Thank you.
And no Matthew Lloyd tonight, but in his place is the Geelong Premiership captain and victorious coach today, Chris Scott. Welcome to you, Scotty, and congratulations today. It would have been a hard-in-mouth stuff at the end.
Yeah, thanks, Hutchie. It was a tough day. I can't believe I agreed to come in.
Well, you're here and we've got a lot to unpack. We're going to start, first of all, with the way you played today. It looked noticeably slower to the naked eye. We're not that we're any experts here. Cameron Ling was among those who called it to account during the game.
It's as though Geelong want to make it a 80 or 90-minute game as opposed to a 120-minute game.
Has that got anything to do with them believing that they're an older team than the Hawks, and or not? Is that just
maybe just with where they're at with their conditioning and perhaps some of their aerobic players just wanting to compact the game down and not have an all-out running match for 120 minutes.
Okay.
What do you think of that theory? It's undeniable that you've got an older list. Do you need to manage them a little bit differently given the rules?
Well, there's a couple of parts to it. I mean, I think it is slightly contestable that we're that much older than Hawthorn. If you do the age distribution, we're actually pretty similar to Hawthorn. Similar number of players under 21, similar number of sort of 29 pluses. And the running part, I mean, I would contend we've got 4 or 5 of the best 20 runners in the comp. So there's a reason we play the way we do, and I generally don't talk about it publicly, but I can point you to the short sample or the small sample, which is round 1 against the Crows. We were number 1 in the comp for mark play on, and previously, I think in the last 3 or 4 years, being top 4 attack and defence in all those years, we were number 18 mark play on. So there needed to be a little bit of a response. So,
but did you overcorrect early? Did you have to go back to some basics and conservative ball use today?
So we overcorrected in round 1.
Yep.
So that's the point I'm trying to make. So we didn't play our style round 1, and we're trying to shift it a little bit. So a lot of what I saw today wasn't an example of the way we're trying to play. It was a breakdown in execution, which you see a lot. I think that's probably one of the more misunderstood parts of the game when you look at a team playing. Why are they playing that way? And generally the answer is, well, we're just not quite getting it right.
Chris, one of the tactics you've used in the last fortnight is Mark O'Connor. Did a great job on Lachie Neale. We spoke about that. And once again today, I thought his ability to upset a Brownlow medalist, another one, and get plenty of it himself here. We're just seeing a few grabs here. But what I noticed was at the start of the third quarter, he's on the bench. Look at the time there. He spent 8-9 minutes before he came onto the ground. He then came onto the ground and entered the arena, and this is what he did off the ball. So the frustration and O'Connor's ability to get under the skin, we haven't seen this for a while. Why have you decided to use this tactic and bring it back in?
Well, we talked about it for a long time. We just didn't feel like that we had the personnel. I think we've made the comment before that if we had a Ryan Crowley, say, for example, we'd probably deploy him in that role, and then the rest of your game style needs to shift a bit. And it's a little bit of a product of who you've got available. So we've got some forwards and mids out of our team and a lot of defenders in the team. And we've thought for a while that he could do it. I didn't quite expect him to be as good offensively as he's been on 2 really high-quality players. So, look, I've never thought the tag was dead. I just think that the way the game's played has made it a lot harder to do that as the years have gone on. And now even the reduction in the rotations, the biggest issue is that you can leave guys out there too long. Mitchell played a 23, 24-minute period there at one stage and then got stuck off for 9 minutes. And the same things happened to us. So I think that sort of helps you a little bit with the tagger because there's not this constant rotation. You can stay next to your guy for a bit longer.
Are you surprised teams don't use it again? If we look at Guthrie today, 42 disposals or whatever he had, Dangerfield is often allowed to run freely. His game today was career best in terms of numbers. He's been a very good player for a long period of time, we know that. But are you surprised the lack of attention that some midfielders get?
To an extent, but again, it does come back a bit to personnel. I mean, Hawthorn probably been the best team along with Richmond in the last, 10 years or so. And neither of them have played taggers with really good system. And I think Hawthorn, Shields might have gone with Selwood occasionally against us, but generally they play system v system. And in my experience, the best systems are the ones that are winning at the moment. And just having a really hard lockdown play makes that a little bit harder.